So this one's gonna be somehow a motivational speech, I guess. And with that being said, hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics fucking podcast. And I do hope that's now gonna be just, a little bit different, a little bit better maybe than today. And I think we're going to go right into it. And now there should be actually some sound in the background. I actually hope that this is working how I want it to work. But today wasn't quite a normal day for me. Like today was a little bit weird, I would say. The first episode wasn't doing that well, or I wasn't doing that well in the episode. But the thing is, something that I always tell myself, and something that I've kind of heard of and that I have learned, is that you should not judge your own work. And I've also made an episode on this, which was actually a pretty great episode. I pretty liked it because there was such great information in it, and such good information. And by the way, I'm trying not to cut anything in this one. I think I won't do it because it's taking up a lot of time. It's not because I'm a lazy motherfucker or something. It's just because it takes up a lot of time, and I do not know if it's actually making it better or not. But something that I also often see is that people are really often complaining about stupid shit. They don't have enough likes. They don't have this, they don't have that, and most of the time it's actually about materialistic piece of shit, And the real funny thing about this is, and then behind this is, just this materialistic shit won't make you happy. Like, I wasn't such a happy person today. I really wasn't, even though I'm pushing it so hard that everyone should be positive and everyone should be so happy every single day. But I know it's not the case. I really know it's not the case that we are all positive and we are all happy all the time. And I also do not want to say that we should do this, or we should be happy and positive all the time. You should definitely be happy, all the time, or really try to be happy. But if there is a day where you are not happy, there is a reason behind it. And we have feelings for a fucking reason. It's not just, okay, we have feelings because they are there or they want to fuck us. It really is not the case. We have those negative feelings and we have those positive feelings because they want to show us something. They want to either show us something or show us that there is something going on that might not be as good for us, or that might just really fuck with us indeed. Or there might be something that is just really incredible and something that we should actually be grateful for maybe. And I guess, we should totally just not judge our own feelings, and we shouldn't judge our own emotions, because why? Like, okay, you're feeling bad today, but why are you feeling bad today? Is it because something happened today? Or is it because, some other weird shit? And by the way, I hope with the music is everything okay, because it just reset, I guess. Which might be fucked up, which might not be fucked up. I hope it's not disturbing. I hope everything is fine. And I'm also trying to not, really push myself in this one. And I'm really not trying to kind of put myself under a lot of pressure in this one, because I do want to make this one because I want to talk, I guess, because I want to talk about certain things that I find interesting, or I find that, should be there and should be out in the fucking world and not only in my brain. And this is also something that I'm quite doing all the time. Like, I'm putting out what is on my head, or what is in my head, what is on my heart, what is in my heart, or what is just on my fucking mind. I'm just pushing this out in the world. I'm just putting it out in the world through my content, through the content that I'm making, and it's a lot of fun. And I do really hope that a lot of more people actually find this singular one thing that is so much fun for them, and that they want to make for a living their whole life long, because I guess this is real happiness. And I do really see often that, people are also complaining, but I'm not judging this complaint. I'm generally not judging, at least I try. And when I do, I tell myself, okay, you've just judged this person, whether this person because of their looks, because of what they're doing or whatsoever. And I always tell myself, you just judge this person, and it shouldn't be the case. You should not judge this fucking person. Because why? You don't know this person. I really don't know all the people. I don't know what's going on in their heads. Maybe, the thing is, often when people judge other people, it is like, they just view the other persons or the other people as how they seem to be from an outside perspective. But nobody knows but them what's going on in their head, unless they're communicated or something. But that's not often the case, at least not somehow publicly, so that everyone's just hearing it and everyone can somehow just, take it and kind of act on it. Which is a reason for why you should not judge, because you don't know what's going on in their head. You don't know what's going on in their life. Maybe something is going on. Maybe something really weird and fucked up is going on at the time, which is not that, you don't know. You really don't know. Maybe some of their relatives died just recently, and this is the reason why they are so angry or so weird and or so kind of mad. You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows but them. And this is the point. And back to the original thing, actually, we complain, I complain as well. I do not want to be in this video like, okay, I never do this bad shit that I'm just talking about. I also complain, I also judge, I also do these things. I'm in my making, I'm on my way to get to this place that I want to be, personally, financially, and emotionally. Like, of course, I'm not like, I'm really not done with what I want to do and with who I want to be as well. Like, there's gonna be some evolvement. There's gonna be just some progress that I'm hopefully gonna make. Nobody knows. Nobody really knows. I can't look into the future, but I guess, in general, we all are putting ourselves quite under a lot of pressure, unnecessarily, because whether it be about choices and whether it be about certain situations that we can't even fucking control, like the fucking weather, we often, and this is something that I also do, we often put ourselves under a lot of pressure, and I do think this is also the case with stress, and if you might know, stress is actually one of the things that's actually making us unhealthy, and I somehow get it, I do think that we just put ourselves under such a pressure, which then creates somehow the stress, or the stress is the pressure that we create or put ourselves under. And we don't have to, like, I don't know, it is pretty complicated to communicate that, but I do somehow believe, if you just ease a little bit on what you're doing, no matter what it is, that it might be better, it might be better for you, because this is also something that I do. Like, I put myself under a lot of pressure with what I'm doing right here, like with doing my videos, with doing the posts, and actually besides that, caring about school and caring about my family and caring about all the people around me. Like, I do not want to be such a person that's like, okay, I'm gonna work on my shit, and I'm working quite a lot on my shit, like, but I do not really want to just, let my people around me be my people, I do just want to take care of them as well, to some degree, I'm not doing it that much, and this is something that I do just have to somehow maybe, progress in or on, because, I'm really not doing this, I'm really not doing this, but yeah, and also I think just having bad situations or being in bad situations, it's pretty hard to somehow just in my mind to think about so many things that I want to talk about, and also communicate these things that I've experienced, maybe even today, maybe in the past or something, because there might be a lot, and the thing is, I can't think about it, because I again put myself under pressure that this one's gonna be just incredibly great. I shouldn't judge my work. I really shouldn't, because often, which is something that I've gotten from Martha Graham or her story, which is an article on the jamesclear.com website, which I've also been making an episode on, which was fairly great. I really love his articles because they show you stories, and something that I've seen is that, I really like stories, and I do believe that a lot of people like stories, And this is also the reason why storytelling is so incredibly powerful. And not just there are books, because we like stories, there is fiction because we like stories, and there have always been just stories around there, but not written down. Like this is the point. They were not written down. But life is great. I'm really sorry that I'm somehow just jumping from one point to another, but life is great because this just popped into my mind. Life is really great, But you gotta have to just search for the positivity and search for the happiness, Because the happiness and the negativity and, the happiness and the positive shit and the things that are just worthwhile, they not come to you. This is also something that I've somehow seen. They won't come to you. You practically really have to search for them. Sometimes a little bit more and sometimes a little bit less, But in the end, we all have to search for it, Especially, I guess, for positivity. Like, there's so much fucking negativity outside there. It's just insane. It really is fucking insane, A lot of people that you're just hearing on the streets and whatever, I think most of them are complaining about some stupid shit. Or most of them are just being like, okay, I'm so in a bad situation or some shit like this. But they don't have the perspective. Like, something that I've been also talking about in today's episode, just, in the other episode. Like, there are people outside there who are just really living a miserable life, Or they're actually having a happy life, and or they're just really fucking poor, They're just a lot of people that are way poorer than you are. I really assume. Maybe you are from, I don't know, China as well, and you're listening to this, and I hope I can somehow motivate you to maybe go for your dreams, No matter in which situation you are, I guess, there's always a chance that you just will get to your dreams. It just really comes up to how bad you want to have it, or how bad you want to get it, or how bad you want to get to it. But I really believe, and I guess this is also something that some people in history also have shown, that if you really want something, you can really get it as well. But I also believe that you just really have to want it, or you really just are willing to have it somehow. Because if it is actually something that's somehow like, okay, I do want to have it, but it's not that bad for me, I do not want to have it that bad, I think it won't work out. Because, like, people have been just working on shit for 10 years, for 15 years, for 20 years, until it actually got something. Like, I'm thinking about Apple, I actually once was talking about Apple in such a context. In the end, I was just looking everything up, and I think Apple got to such a huge company officially in 2 years or something, which is nothing, which really is nothing. But I guess, the whole process of thinking of products, having the luck of meeting the right people, and all the shit, this really plays into it. And I, by the way, hope that this towel there is not just somehow disturbing you. But life is really great. But we all have to just search for the happiness and search for the positivity. But there is positivity and happiness. It totally is there. We just really fucking have to look for it. We really have to. It's just insane, I guess. Like, there's really so much negativity outside there. There really is so much negativity. It just, either it's actually the culture that I'm in or the society that I'm in. But for me, it often seems like, okay, there is only fucking negativity, but it just always comes up to what you want to see and what you're focusing on, If you're really focusing on the positive and on the good shit, you won't see the negativity, You really won't see it, because you're focusing so much on the positive stuff and on the happy stuff and on the just good stuff that you won't just see and hear or whatever the bad and the negativity. But life is amazing. Life really is amazing, and I really hope that you're happy as well. No matter how bad my day actually today was, I should be fucking happy that I'm in such a good position, I do have food, I do have water, I do have my own fucking room. I'm living in a flat, in a quite big flat, I can actually fulfill myself by doing what I'm doing right now. And this is definitely not something that everybody is able to do, But maybe sometimes people aren't trying it as well. Like, it's always complicated, you know? It really is always complicated, you know? There are so many factors and there's so many things that, you know, play into happiness, I guess. You know, also your relationships, you know, I think is a very huge part of it. Also your, I don't know, in general, the people around you. Like, they really fucking matter. And this actually was something that I've never thought was so impactful, I guess, you know, until I've actually recognized or realized it is really influencing myself. You know, those people around me are influencing myself, and I do believe that if you're only surrounding yourself with people that are looking for greatness, people that are just so positive, people that are optimistic, you know, you just will get optimistic as well. You just, the only thing is that you just really have to be around them all the fucking time, you know, or as much as you can, I guess. But it's not that. I think, well, I don't know. I just thought about whether it is actually easy to find positive people or not. But we are 7.7 billion fucking people. There just must be one singular person at least that is just somehow willing to connect with you, is just, you know, somehow great and you like, and this person likes you as well, and this person is positive and is going for greatness and is trying to build something maybe, which I guess is also quite important. If you also want to build something, having someone that is pushing himself and pushing yourself just through pushing himself. But fucking yeah, it's actually feeling good to talk about certain things, talking about things. Like, the problem that I'm having when I'm just reading something is that I can't really talk a lot, and I'm always thinking about it, you know, I do just have to just go through this one, and I do not want to stop in the middle of the fucking text or something, because I want to make a good episode. And something that I sometimes actually forget is that I should be having fun while doing what I'm doing here, you know. I should not be doing what I'm doing here when I don't like it, because it's just, you know, it will take way too much time and way too much energy to really get to something, you know, or get to, you know, let's just say a number, 1,000 subscribers. You know, I won't get to this place if I don't like what I'm fucking doing, you know, because it would just take such a lot of energy, and it would just take such a lot of time, you know. And if I don't like it, you know, it's gonna be just really exhausting. It's really gonna just be overwhelming for me, because I can't handle it, or I couldn't handle it. And, you know, I really believe people should do what they love. But I also, on the other hand, just understand why, for example, Casey Neistat says that people should actually do what they hate, because it also makes sense, you know. If you're doing what you're hating, you know, what you absolutely hate, you just know how this feeling, just, you know what it is like. If you're doing something all day long, 8 hours a fucking day, that you absolutely fucking hate, you know, it's not nothing, you know. I think it's really exhausting, and it really is impactful, and it really could fuck you. But in the end, it always comes up to the person. You know, this is actually also something that, in a pretty recent interview, Warren Buffett was talking about, or talking in. He was also like, you know, because the question was from the interviewer, would you just say people should go to college or not, or, you know, to graduate school or something? And he said, well, you know, it comes up to the person. And then he said, like, it is, you just have to, you know, view it as well. I think it wasn't Yahoo interview actually, it's just from 2 days or something, or 3 days actually by now, maybe a week. I think it's under a week or something. But he said, like, you know, school is great for a lot of people, but some people, or just also a lot of people, don't need it as well, and it would just be unnecessary for them. And I do think it's the case, you know. It's so often that we all are individuals. We really all are individuals, and just making some generalizations and or generalized statements is bullshit. It really is, because we are so individual. Like, everyone is different. You know, we are not the same or something. We are all fucking different. And, like, yeah, you know, everyone's choice could fit one and or two or three people, and the fourth one's not gonna fit it. We are all fucking individuals. And I think maybe this is gonna be the point of this video. And I also think that I'm going to end this video with 20 minutes. Feels great. 20 minutes is somehow okay. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope that you've gotten something out of it. And yeah, I'll go into the outro section. There's gonna be no music there, unfortunately. But I wish you the best health, wealth, happiness, and success. And I do hope that you're doing just really fucking well. And I also hope that you're going to remind yourself on how you're going to be remembered, which means your legacy. Whether you're going to be remembered as a good person or as a bad person is totally in your hands. And only in your hands. You control it and you decide it.